Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading for October 2022. This will be for Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you are intuitively guided, many of you are intuitively guided to different readings now, and I think that's great. You're paying attention to your intuition. Don't think your spirit guides aren't nudging you to hear certain messages. Sometimes a whole reading may not be for you, but there may be messages in it. I want to say, if you're looking for a short reading, this is not it. These are usually pretty long, and you want to kind of settle into them. You know what I mean? Like, the story unfolds, and I feel like when you miss the end, I don't know, I feel like that's where all the glory is. Anyway, but that's completely up to you. But I just want to let you know, if you're looking for like a 10-minute video, this isn't it. But you know that going in, right? It's already time-stamped. What else do I want to say? My granddaughter is the 26th of December. I know many of you share her birthday. And she's got quite a personality. Really, she's a beautiful little thing. Well, I guess she's not so little anymore. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to use 3 different decks. We're going to use our Mother Mary Oracle to start with, just get our words of wisdom. We'll read it at the end of the reading, because that's where I feel like the words are most profound. We're going to clarify with the deck I really haven't used in a while. Look at that, I have the Sun. The Sun didn't want to come with the rest of them. Sun could be Leo. Could be the energy of some of your guides. But it is about a new day. Okay. And then we're going to use the Tarot of Dreams. I don't know why I just kind of got lost in that. We're going to use the Tarot Dreams for your main spread. Let's get into it, guys. Everything is already pre-shuffled, but I am going to give them a shuffle or two for you. Let's give it a cut. And let's begin. Okay, you have more than one. I feel like there's a piece of hair on me. Okay. We have devotion. Devotion. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. Devotion. And then we'll read from the book at the end. And then we have integrity. Interesting, one came up and one came down. So this may be calling for you to live within your integrity, or, the group, like, your group has to have integrity, that type of thing. I feel like it's beyond the card right now. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. We're all given an intuition, right? And I feel like our intuition is our GPS. Like, that will, guide us. It'll guide us. Now, we also have free will, so we can say no. And Lord knows where we end up sometimes, right? But, that's okay, because that becomes a learning lesson. Your soul expands in some way even if it was very, very difficult, if you come out of it, you will come out of it. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking. The future. Okay. You ready? Well, I like that. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. This is about building success for yourself. This tells you, it tells you that you can build success for yourself. This person has definitely put their focus upon it too, though, at the same time. This can be, I feel like it's a mix of my inspiration and then my hands, right? It's, I think it and then I say it. So I'm feeling like different forms of types of businesses, but maybe it's a question you came with. Will I be successful? Will I be able to take care of myself? And the Nine of Pentacles would say yes. This is a beautiful independent type energy, where you can take care of yourself and, brick by brick. Well, we have the Strength card. Strength card. Okay. I feel a couple different things with this because first of all we have the 9, right? The 9 of Pentacles, and then we go down to the 8. Now, when I say down, I just mean number-wise, not energy-wise, because, well, let me put it this way. I feel like the Strength card talks about the ability to overcome the beast within ourselves. Now, whatever that can mean, our thought system, right? It can be something that was ingrained in us, but it's not the true us. It can be, keeping your mind sober. Like when if I overindulge, will it have effect on my pentacles? Probably. I kind of feel probably, and I feel like that's where we go from the 9 to the 8. So I feel like what it's saying is if I can figure out, what is the beast within me, because we all have that beast, right? But it's like, we can live in harmony. They're in complete harmony. They're aware of each other. When I say the beast, you can look at it like, we all have light and dark, right? There's opposites of everything. And, you can try to, get rid of it, and it may just be part of you, but you can control it. That's the thing. You can control it. Now, this is another card of Leo, by the way, sitting next to a Virgo card. All right, with the 5 of Pentacles. I want to see what comes next to that. The 7 of Wands. Interesting. This feels very, very positive over here. But then the 7 of Wands, and listen, this can talk about you. And through your struggles, like the 5 of Pentacles would speak of, like those tower moments where, things that happen that are outside of our control. But nonetheless, within that 5 of Pentacles, you're learning empathy and compassion. Sometimes it's because of the struggle, right? And we don't have the luxury in the 5 of Pentacles of really doing nothing about it. Now, listen, something unfair may have happened, and it may have just led you, or it will be leading you, or it's I feel like you would feel this in your gut, where maybe you are then helping others. You're helping others who, it's not about a hand out, it's about a hand up. Because why? Because the struggle. Because that struggle. So it's interesting because all of a sudden I feel like now I'm talking about someone who is already in the 9 of Pentacles energy, so already has a measure of success, and then this energy of helping, whether it's another or what I end up doing, giving a hand up. All right, well, let's keep going. Wow, with the Sun again. So we saw Leo 3 times. 3 times. The sun is right under this 9 of Pentacles. It's interesting because the last card, or the first card we saw in the tarot was the sun. And then the second card was the 9 of Pentacles. And here's the sun again. It's like illuminating your pentacles, your ability to grow them, your ability to have success, right? And the sun is about, you know, nothing hides in the sun. You know, some of you, I feel like you've become like truth seekers, and that's what you do. But you feel natural. It feels very natural. Anyway, let's keep going. We have the Knight of Swords. I don't know why I just got goosebumps. We have the 4 of Swords. You know, it's like almost like I was kicked out of a home here and then given a home here. You know, here something happened that I do feel like it forced you to, like, maybe move. I don't know. But then I feel like you land right where you're meant to land. Look at this. We have the Magician, the Manifester. You know, some of you are becoming great teachers yourself. You have the wisdom. You have to use it, but you have it. The Magician is mirrored by the sun. I mean, you want to talk about illuminated energy. You want to talk about understanding your ability, right? Like, I felt for some reason when I came into this reading almost like, you know, maybe I don't know that that I'm given the same intuition as everyone else. It's like a muscle. You got to develop it. And that just means, you know, ask for signs. And then watch them come. I don't know how many times I'll do a reading and then we'll be sitting there watching TV in the evening and something about a reading that I did comes up. Or like on Jeopardy, and I'm telling you, a lot. And to me, I take that as just verification that what I produced was as it was meant to be. You know what I mean? Okay, let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the King of Wands. Can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Look at that. We got the 4 of Pentacles under that. I wonder if it ties back to this 4 of Pentacles. Well, we'll see. Let's bring in the Angel Tarot now. Give it a shuffle. I don't know why this deck feels very thick. Like, there feels like there must be more than 78 cards. I don't know. I'm getting that song. Put me in, coach. We have the Page of Swords. Interesting. This could be your voice. Communication. Learning the art of it. I feel like, again, I feel this energy of what I'm doing it out of, and this may even be like something secondary. But it may become number 1. I don't know. I feel like it's like your life has brought you to this moment. made you who you are right now. And I feel like if I look back, like if I have reflected, and I feel like you have, because I feel like the strength card, that beast within me, I feel like you recognize that. It can't hide because the sun is here, right? It can't hide. And it may be just how I am due to, or how I was being due to something that happened outside of my control. Nonetheless, I feel like the growth, that the potential in that energy, and don't forget, some of you are new, but I have to, that from the Five of Pentacles, you're moving to, right, the Six, and that is what I feel is like your soulmate family. And it doesn't have to be romance. I just mean soulmates. I feel like your voice is all about your experiences. Like, without your experiences, and listen, you may not feel like you're at the top of your game yet. Maybe this is something you're just beginning, you're learning, right? Page is news. But it often feels like a person, I measure them in like the energy. Because here is the Knight. Maybe you speak of your struggles. Maybe you bring them out in the light. And now I'm looking at this Four of Pentacles like this is potentially something I'm doing from my home. I feel like with the Magician here, you are manifesting like something from your home. Let's keep going. We have the Five of Cups. Some of you, I want to say, watch your drinking. Like you might be overdoing it, and I feel like, I'm saying that because it could definitely affect your pentacles. Because I feel like it'll affect you in just, watch your drinking. And I'm saying that because I felt that earlier too, because I feel like there's like really great potential here. Especially with the sun here. And listen, here I am telling you watch your drinking, but I feel like the sun is like maybe even kind of illuminating it to you. Five of Cups is going to be where my focus is at. And that would be on all that I have lost. Some call this the woe is me card, right? But it has something to do with emotional loss. It's interesting because I felt like this King of Wands, I felt like it was a spirit guide. And then the sun, seeing it 3 times, well, many of you know that my son has crossed over and he was a Leo. And, I can usually tell. I feel like he guides me through these readings also. And then, through these cards is kind of like a wink. But this is not about what you've lost because it's a 5. So it's saying, and it's coming right over the Strength card, right? But it talks about the 2 cups that have, that it will be discovered once this person moves their energy into that, right? Again, 5s change. Excuse me. Sitting right next to a 5. One 5 you can control, and that's the 5 of Cups because it's where you're putting your focus. And it could say, it may be saying because I have lost something or someone, maybe it was even a job, That's where my mind stays. The Five of Pentacles doesn't really give us the luxury, though, of staying in that mode too long. And I feel like there is, I'm going to only say it one more time, but I feel like there is, like for some, just be careful of that you're not trying to, what's the word I'm looking for, drown your sorrows. Because I feel like, I felt like this king was a guide. And I feel like that is not what this king would want you to do. No. This king would want you to see those two cups that are right behind you and grab them and live, right? Okay, we got a lot of cards. We have the Hierophant. Card of Taurus, number 1. Another 5. Wow, 3 5s. So there's been changes. This is your belief system, though. I feel like this 5 asks you to question it. Why? So that you can, you have the Magician's energy that's magnified by the sun. So spending a moment in the Hierophant and just like checking on myself, my belief system. What am I focusing on? Am I trusting in divine? Am I keeping my integrity? All of that. Wow. Okay. Another Leo card. Strength card again. Coming over the 7 of Wands, and I find that interesting because in between that is the 5 of Pentacles. But the Hierophant's energy is over that 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like it can feel like something happened that maybe felt towerish, maybe not really what I wanted. But however, I feel like it's almost like divine. It's almost like, I don't know, this is going to sound weird, but I feel like pixie dust, right? And I feel like you land where you're meant to land. Though the struggles, all of the struggles, I feel like you have the opportunity to first of all, learn from them. That's your wisdom. That's how you gain wisdom. It's like you got to go through it, right? Some of you watch your ego. This can be the energy of allowing my ego to become, that may be something that I'm trying to overcome. I know not everyone's going to like that, and it doesn't mean everyone, but it did come out. These 5s are about change. These 8s are about new beginnings. So you have 3 5s, but you also have 1, 2, well, we saw the other one would be 3 8s, new beginnings. We have the 5 of Wands. This is probably what I felt, ego, because that's what the 5 of Wands kind of is. This can be, I often feel that people in this energy, they're passionate. They're passionate about what they think and what have you. But this can be the energy of where our egos just start to clash, right? This is where no one wants to say I'm sorry. Everybody wants to be right, to the point where it becomes a house divided. I don't think you can hide from it with the sun here, though. Because I feel like it's everybody that's involved. even, and listen, maybe I don't want to be drawn into drama or that type of thing, but I am taking part in it. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Excuse me. You know what I feel? It's weird because, like, when I think of Capricorn, I do think spirituality, but not like, it's not the first thing I think of. But I feel like you're moving into that arena. You're moving into that arena. I feel like you're really learning. Excuse me. You're really learning. And I feel like the more you can keep a sober mind, and that may just mean even my thought system, like don't allow my negative thoughts or anybody's negative thoughts to affect my growth. I've got to believe in this, right? The Three of Pentacles can be fantastic collaboration. This is where I'm doing something, and this is an energy that I think is so healing, to be honest, and it is coming under the Five of Cups. And I'm saying that because when we're in that focusing on what we have lost, how do we get out of that? I often feel like if we move into our creative house, do something that, or find something that like grabs your focus, and then focus on it, and then watch it grow. Three of Pentacles talks about your individuality within a situation or the world. Okay. And then we have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Interesting. Coming over the Four. It feels like because this is about happy memories, right? This is about memories that I cherish. And it's interesting because I feel like the Five of Wands may have replaced that. Almost like something got off balance somewhere. But I feel like this is saying that it can be rebalanced. First of all, from the 3 to the 6. Over your foundation. Feels good. I don't know, but I feel like the person that looks like an angel in the Six of Cups is like handing this. It's almost like time traveling. Like there was a show on, and the husband time traveled, and he would come back as a man, and while she was still a little girl, and I kind of feel that here. So this could be talking about that, soulmate. I felt soulmate type energy anyway. It's interesting though, because I feel like maybe all that energy is now coming into balance. I feel like you're building something there. You're building something. It's like I have an agreement with my cards. If they don't come out, then I keep shuffling. I'm patient. Sometimes they'll flip in the deck. I will take them. Or sometimes they'll glide off the table. I also take them. So I just want you to know I'm being quiet and patient. The Devil. Capricorn. There you are, right over the Magician. Right over it. With the Three of Swords. And then look at this, with the Knight of Swords coming over the Knight of Swords. And they're both facing in the same direction. Funny. Like they're both facing the sun. I just feel like something happened. Something happened, and I feel like some of it was outside your control, and some of it is within your control. But I do feel like, I feel like I've gone through the struggle. And I feel like I'm in a type of energy where I really can't hide the truth from myself anymore. If there's any type of truth, and that may be what I felt earlier, like drowning my sorrows, or, maybe I party too much and that affects my pentacles. If it will affect my pentacles, the answer is yes. I feel like that's what it's saying. But it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't mean stop partying. It means be responsible with it, I guess. And another reason, because there are those 2 cups. And here's somebody handing over a cup, and it's like within the 4 of Pentacles energy. It's within your foundation. And I like that the Hierophant is above that. I feel like, and the Devil with the 5 of Wands, I almost feel like I can't not see my own role in something. Okay. Again, that 3 of Pentacles, a great collaboration energy, and then you have 2 knights who seem to be on the same page. So, that just may mean that, listen, it doesn't mean that 2 people have to be exactly the same, but maybe we think the same. Maybe we deep down have the same morals, right? Maybe integrity is important to have, and for others to have. I feel like those who have guides here, do not think that you're meant to wallow in the pain. I shouldn't have said it like that, but maybe that's how it was supposed to come out. Because it's like your life ain't over. Look at this, the World. The next portal. Dun 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 dun. What I like is the 3 of Swords is here. I'm not really paying much attention to it. I don't know why. Because I don't feel like it's something that sticks around. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Doesn't mean it's not happening. But I don't feel like... I feel like it's overcome, to be honest. And I feel like some of it is the realization of, maybe even words. I just have to know that about myself. But then I feel like if it's somebody else, they also have to. Anyway, the World. It's funny how I was feeling you very spiritual. When I don't always feel you that way, doesn't mean that you're not. But I feel like the World is really one of the most spiritual times in your life. I feel like you'll learn more, than you probably ever thought possible. It's hard to tell you what you're going to learn when it's almost like you don't even know it exists. Right? You got to discover it. Maybe that's what's going on here. The World. 6 of Cups is right above the World. And the Hierophant. We have the Death card. Card of Scorpio. Interesting how everyone who's on a horse is coming this way. Anyways, here's Scorpio and Capricorn tied, riding towards the world. And then look at this, we have the Nine of Swords, but there's worry over that. You know, the Nine of Swords speaks of unnecessary worry. It can be, you know, telling myself that things could never be, or, you know, maybe it's about your spirituality. You know, maybe you're learning things and you're feeling things that maybe you never have before. So you can't really, I don't know, I feel like you can't really put your 2 cents in because you just don't know. Because you haven't had it. That's what I feel like. Unnecessary worry. You know, this can be a real bummer because this energy, I feel like in the Nine of Swords, it can stop my potential. And no one else can stop this but myself. Okay, well, I'm not going to leave it on there. But I do want to know more about it. I mean, it kind of makes sense with all these fives, right? All these changes. And maybe I looked at all these changes negatively, but they ended up, if I really look at them, they may have ended up being positive. We have the Five of Swords. Clearly came in reverse. And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Wow. It's like the Knight of Cups is holding back this cup. It's interesting because here he's giving the cup. Here it's like giving the cup. But here it feels like, and I'm looking at the Nine of Swords like, why did this have to come out? Why is this here? Well, this is real life. This is what happens, right? We can overthink something. We can think it to death. Death is right below it. So, I shut it down. Or it is shut down. Another 5. Okay, I am not going to leave it there either. Because I'm hoping that is not the end of this story. It's like, can they turn that frown upside down? Will they turn that frown upside down? My stomach. I say that just because I sometimes people think they hear something. Like somebody was growling, you know, it's just my stomach. We have the Six of Pentacles, but it is also in reverse. What the heck? You know, Six of Pentacles is usually a very generous type energy. It's the fine, to me, it's learning the fine balance between give and take, right? Give and take. I don't like this coming reverse because I don't want to put you down, but I feel like, you know, normally I feel like I have to look at, like, do I just give, and don't allow myself to receive. So this is finding that balance of making sure that I give also, right? It's learning that fine art, the give and take. It's like what I put out there comes back. But this is also very generous energy, but it's in reverse. It's weird. Something doesn't feel balanced. Okay, but again, I'm still... Another 8. We have the 8 of Pentacles. And then we have the Emperor. You know, interesting. Could this be like your energy, the Emperor? First of all, it is the card of Aries, but it could be you. Truly, it could be you, like creating this empire for yourself, for your love, you know, for who you love, for you know, just creating this for yourself. Can you do it? It's saying you can, but you must focus on it. You have to focus on it. You know, Aries is a seed planter. You know, it's the seeds we plant in the spring, we have the harvest in the fall. But I'm always planting seeds. That's what I want to remember, especially with the Magician here and the Sun. I came here questioning, will I have success in something? And listen, maybe I don't even know what I'm heading for yet. It's interesting. The Emperor. Wow. The leader of the people. Why? Because he's been there. He's done that. You know, he goes into battle with you. This is someone who puts a plan together, right? If, you know, I'm running an empire, I have, you know, I have a plan. Okay, I'm still not ready to end this. I don't know why. One more time. One more time. I have the Star, card of Aquarius. And then look at this. I have the 3 of Wands. So I feel like this is what I was looking for. I was looking for, and interesting how the 2 3s are mirroring each other. 3 of Swords, now 3 of Wands. This is an interesting that it just so happened is under the 9 of Swords. Because 9 of Swords, I'm thinking about everything can go wrong. 3 of Wands, I'm thinking about everything that could go right. Right? I'm very optimistic in this energy. Listen, doesn't mean I'm not being real. Life is life. Right next to it, though, is the Star. Your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. The major arcana is right there. First of all, Strength card. Well, the Hierophant, really. The Strength card. You, Capricorn. Scorpio. The World. Aquarius. Aries. Wow. And that's just what I can see. Anyway, I feel like this is where I should end it. So, ultimately, I feel like, you know, it's not about me changing your mind on anything. I feel like this is saying that the energy is going to illuminate the right path. But listen, I feel like it's illuminating what's holding you back, whether it's outside yourself or what's holding you back within yourself. You know, like why? It doesn't feel like there's a need to. I feel like if I'm, you know, if I've lost someone, the last thing they want you to do is not experience whatever is developing. And again, it's like I almost can't put a name on it because I just don't think you've had it. 3 of Wands. All that can be. All that can be. Stay devoted to what's true to you. Use your integrity. Use your ability to know what is true for you. I think I'm going to read, I'm not going to read them both, but I am going to read integrity. and then I'll let you be. You drew this card because the situation you're asking about involves someone's integrity. This card comes as guidance to pay attention to your body's signals because you can sense whether someone is being honest. Mother Mary is a wonderful role model of gently and lovingly demanding that others live truthfully. You can do the same with the people in your life. You can also avoid those who aren't acting with integrity. Either way, trust your gut feelings to steer you towards individuals who tell the truth and who walk their talk. This card also asks you to tell the truth, even if you're uncomfortable with the possible reaction. Prayer can guide your words, give you courage to speak up, and help create a healthy atmosphere of honest communication. Beautiful. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm just going to leave it there. I love you. I thank you. And I will see you next time. I'm sorry, I never brought the screen down. I'm sorry. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.